they actually haven't had to race since Friday, so we know these guys are well rested as compared to that prior race with the women that had to maybe do 2 races to get to a final. So all these crews only had to race once. They qualified, and here we go. So that far crew is Georgetown. Then in lane 6 with the Balfour marker is Columbia, and they seem like they might be early leaders. Although Wisconsin right here real close in lane 2, also right out there. Lane 3. So they definitely have jumped out. Georgetown is lane 7, but Columbia looks to be that early leader. Definitely running real sharp. Very upright in the boat. Seems like their weight is up above the gunnels, and so they're really allowing that boat to just kind of pick up and go. The crew looks like Yale doing a nice job here again, also lane 3. And it looks like we've got the reporting boat in motion, so they are...
The grand final of the men's lightweight 4 has just crossed the 500-meter mark, and it's a nice start from Columbia. Columbia has the lead, but all of these boats are very tightly bunched. I would say from first place Columbia to last place Princeton is no more than 2/3 of a length, and in a Coxed 4, that isn't a whole lot. So it's Columbia by 1 deck over both Navy and Georgetown. Georgetown has a deck over Yale. Yale has less than a full deck over Wisconsin and Princeton. So still, at 750 meters, we're going to have 6 boats within about 2/3 of a length of one another. Columbia still leading. Georgetown challenging. Georgetown is pulled to within a seat, and now they're drawing level. So it's Georgetown and Columbia co-leaders, about 1/3 of a length ahead of Navy. Navy just about another seat back, 2 seats back to Wisconsin. Georgetown has moved in front. Georgetown now has 3 seats on Columbia. Columbia with half a length on Yale, but then it's a seat back to Princeton. Georgetown now with 2/3 of any of these boats could medal any color. Yes, still in second. They've got a deck over Navy, but Navy now has only a seat over both Yale and Princeton. Wisconsin coming up. Those 3 are now level. Yale, Princeton, and Wisconsin. And they are only a seat and a half behind Navy. Georgetown continues to lead by 3/4 of a length over Columbia. Columbia has moved out to 3/4 of a length over Navy. Navy with a seat and a half over Princeton has moved into 4th place. Princeton now with nearly a half a length on Yale, and Yale with a deck on Wisconsin. Georgetown continues to lead, but it looks like Columbia is trying to stage a comeback. It's Georgetown, maybe 2/3 of a length over Columbia, and Columbia has broken free of the rest of the pack. It's then about 5 feet of open water back to Navy. Navy only 1 seat ahead of Princeton. Yale a half a length behind that, and then 3/4 of a length back to Wisconsin. Columbia is moving into that Georgetown lead. The Hoyas now with only half a length over Columbia. Princeton has caught Navy for 3rd. Navy just eases ahead into bronze position, but Yale still lurking dangerously close.
All right. We have Georgetown. We have Columbia fighting hard for that first place slot. Georgetown has held this quite a ways now. Nice looking crew there, I might add. Georgetown, Columbia. Princeton, Navy fighting hard for that 3rd place slot. This is going to be really close. And these crews are very, very similar speed. They've been tight all the way down, but itself in the lead. Columbia had the early lead, and then Georgetown went through them, has taken command. But anybody can get that third place still from all the 4 remaining crews. It's anybody's race in the last 300 meters or so here. Who wants to spin it up? Georgetown out in front. Columbia still holding second. Third, fourth, fifth, boom, boom, boom. It's anybody right there. Here we go. Last few strokes here. Georgetown still holding Columbia right up in there too. Georgetown inshore here. A pretty good lead on Columbia. Columbia coming hard. Georgetown half a length back to Columbia. Georgetown now a little less than a length to Columbia. Princeton looks like they're in third.